Okay, I'm gonna go over AMD real quick for everybody, but I want to go over one thing. I know everybody's really interested in MACD and how it works and all that other stuff. Like this is your big thing, and it was my big thing when I first started trading. But this is why I don't like using MACD, and I'll use AMD as an example here. A lot of people use MACD when you have the MACD cross. And that's when they will either go long or go short on the trade. But let's take a look at the MACD and what it did with AMD. I don't know what date this is, 6/20/18. If you do play the MACD cross, you would have an alert either this day or this day right here, right? And maybe this is let's say optimal, and you're a real crazy trader, you're just ready to go. You see, it start to cross, and you're ready to jump in. You jump in here over on the cross, right? And then you want to play this out, and it looks like everything is good, and it looks like everything is, pretty good. And now it starts to reverse a little bit, and you see the upside trend. If you got out here on this day from getting in over here, and come on, let's be honest, you're not going to get in at the top, maybe in the center somewhere. Between 16, let's say 16.25, right? And you're real tight with your AMD moves or your MACD trades, and now it started to pop to the upside. So you have 16.25 optimal, maybe 15.50 is where you would end the trade. If you take a look at it, that's not much, and you're talking about optimal entries and exits. If you were to exit the trade on any kind of cross and you bought it over here and now you're looking to see if it bounces or crosses, you're burning yourself. You just burn yourself. These things are lag so much. I just don't like it. Take a look at the past couple days. We'll see what happens with AMD. Obviously the day isn't over yet, but you had a MACD cross right here, right? Nothing was happening. MACD cross, and you had a nice update yesterday with AMD, and that was a big update. Now, if you're taking a look at it and you're using it on the daily chart, you're seeing a lot of stuff that's saying sell, 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 don't buy, right? Let's go back to the 5-day, 5-minute. You listen to that, you would have missed out on a move from about $32 all the way up to today's high of $33.18. That's a big move. That's a big jump. And for MACD to not tell you to do that buy was, a pretty big mistake. I mean, look at it the rest of the day. You had your pop, right? Then you had your peak, leveled out, stayed over here. Then you had your, pop again, your cross. You'd have been delayed. Look at how delayed you would have been if you're playing it just on the cross itself. That right there is a nice delay. 32.40 from 32.40, 32 in change all the way up to 32.40. You could have gotten in at a better price. I don't like MACD. I definitely don't. But let's go over the chart. So this is what I'm looking for on a breakout. Don't know if this is going to happen, but we'll take a look at it. It needs to break the high of where these guys were sitting at, where it was a problem. I'm going to say the problem area is maybe around $33, right? It needs to break above that and hold. I understand that pre-market right now, it is above 33. But 33 was a big area where it really couldn't break and hold above. Yeah, there were these wicks on all of these, last week, where it did pop over 33, didn't hold. Tried to break 33 again, didn't hold. Tried to break 33 again, didn't hold. Let's go over to volume profile. Volume profile tells me that anything over this area, 33, 33.40 area, this thing might be able to explode up to 34 and beyond. Is this a little bit of a curl coming up? Could possibly be, but we need confirmation and a hold over this important resistance area, and that is the $33 level. It needs to hold over that. Let's go back to 5-day, 5-minute. So it's sitting at around 33.17. Do I think that it could continue up here? If it does drop to 33 and it does look like there's strength of holding, and then it starts a break and it breaks above pre-market high, breaks above high a day and then breaks above pre-market high, whatever comes first, but those two need to be broken above for confirmation of an upside move. So if it does drop to 33, it needs to continue and needs to break this 33.24 level to the upside. If it cannot hold above this, I definitely see it dropping down to where it closed yesterday to fill this little bit of a gap here. So 32.60. It could drop down to 32.60. AMD loves to bounce and bounce hard. So if it does make it down to 32.60, be cautious and be ready. If you're going short or you're opening a long put position, be cautious at this level for a bounce back up to the upside. If you're going to wait for this move to be made, wait for it. Watch for any kind of movement back to the upside. You can take a call option to the upside and ride it up. Be cautious of a fake bounce to the upside and then a breakdown back to the downside. So it could drop down at the open, hit this 32.60 level, start to pop up. You know, if you were to enter here, and then it could drop to 32.60 and then just break down and continue back to the downside. Be cautious of that. Definitely be cautious of that. If you're going to try to hit it on the bounce, open your position, you know, 32.60, 32.65, open your position with a tight stop. I would say under 32.55. Keep it real tight. AMD does have tendency to pop above and below support and resistance levels and then just continue back. So they're like fake breakouts and fake breakdowns. But I would say kind of keep this tight because you might be, you know, this might be a tight move. Could this be a 1 or 2 day move? Absolutely. You are picking it up on an intraday bounce. You're using an intraday chart. So be cautious of holding this for any longer than you should. Any sign of weakness, be careful. You know, if you're looking at a longer time frame when you're looking to enter a trade, you will have more days available to run that trade. But if you're looking intraday for an entry, you know, and an exit, or for an entry, you might not be able to get 3 or 4 or 5 days out of a trade. So you want to make your money as, you know, quickly as possible to the upside, and if you're still making money into the close, you can, you know, hold on to it. But after, I would say, after the first 24 hours, be really cautious of any kind of pullback. Don't hold this longer than you have. Go over it one more time. If it hits $33 and it pops back up to the upside, you want it to break whatever's highest, daily high or pre-market high, and continue. That's great sign for a continuation to the upside. If it breaks down and goes back down, 32.60 should be the stall point. If you're looking to, you know, open a put position, I would say any weakness under 33 down to 32.60, but be careful. AMD does like to pop back up to the upside. If you're going to take a position at 32.60 for a long call position, be careful of a fake pop and then a continuation to the downside. Have a tight stop. If you're looking, if you did open a put position at the open and it hits 32.60 and pops up again, if it breaks below 32.60, that's a great sign. I would say next area of support would probably be around 32.20 or 32. But you have to keep tight stops on these on AMD because it does make crazy moves. The patterns that it does make intraday, and it's been pretty consistent, is a pattern like this where it tries to break pre-market highs and it just drops, breaks through support, and then it pops up, comes down, pops up, comes down, pops up, goes down, pops up, goes down. These are the fake pops that I'm talking about, that 32.60 pop. So it could look like it breaks down, hits that 32.60 level, starts to pop, but then rejects and fails and comes back down. This is a Common chart pattern for AMD. That's a common chart pattern for AMD. Another common chart pattern for AMD is a hard drop, pop up, and then a drop, and then a continuation to the upside. I mean, we could play this constantly. Another one is strength over the break, and then a top, and then a drop down to the downside. These are really important moves for AMD because it's been historically over the past couple weeks making these chart patterns, especially this one on a drop, on a really hard drop. It just continues to the downside, but it does have fake pops. So keep an eye on that. I don't know what's going to happen until it actually opens. We'll see, but those are the important things. If you want to go long on calls, it needs to break pre-market highs. If you want to go long on puts, it needs to break below $33 for a first price target of 32, 60, and then a continuation down from there. Don't hold this longer than you have to. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Just hit me up in the room if you have any other questions. If I have time, I can try to do another video. Thanks.